Yeah, Urban Decay. Yeah, call me. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monet. If you guys are new, and if you guys are returning, you are already subscribed and a part of the MCD tribe. Thank y'all so much for tuning back in and watching today's video. Today's video is going to be all about these three products. A lot of you guys actually requested for me to do like a demo, so I thought it would be great for me to get on a first impressions. And so today we're going to be trying out these new products from Urban Decay, and these are the Stay Naked 24-hour wear multi-use concealers. So I ended up getting two of them. So this one is in the shade 50 NN. As far as the darker shade, I got that one in 70 WR. I wanted something a little bit warmer, and I'll talk a little bit more about it as I apply it. I'm also excited to be trying out their blush today as well. So it's supposed to be waterproof, it's supposed to be long lasting, 24-hour action. It's supposed to give you also buildable coverage. Yeah, so these concealers is going to be a dual finish, dual ended, meaning you have like the little brush at the tip. Oop, is it gonna come off? You have this little brush at the tip right here, which you could use for application if you choose to. I probably would just use a regular brush. I will try like test it out a little bit, but I can already, unless you can twist this up, which I don't think it twists up, it doesn't. Could still use it, but I feel like this will take you a longer time, you know, to apply the product all over the face. So if you guys are interested in seeing how this works, please continue. Guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my bronzer really quick, and I'm going to speed this process up, but I will make sure to have everything linked down below in the description box. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply the concealer shade. I got my damn beauty blender, which I really think this is from Temu because my other beauty blenders do not get this big. So we are applying shade right here, and it has a dome brush, which I like. So it is kind of light. It's very light. I'm going to just dab just a little bit. So I'm then gonna go in with this shade. I'm gonna apply this as our foundation today. So I'm gonna put it in all the areas that I did not use a bronzer. I do feel like though, because this is on the brush, it may look like a lot of product. I wanna test this out for the girls who, you know, want to see if this actually is something that you could use for like your everyday. Personally feel like this brush sucks up the product. So I feel like this blends out, but I personally feel like this brush sucks up the product. Like, it blends it, but it sucks it up to me. The coverage is really good. Like, just like looking at how much it's covering, and this being the only concealer I put underneath my eyes, is good coverage. How it looks with the brush. I'm not a fan of the brush. I already told you guys off the back, so I'm not shocked. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer. But I can already tell you, just not a fan of it. I feel like it's too stiff, and for the fact that it's so stiff, you'll have to like go over your parts under your eyes, you know. So for me, I blended it out, but I'm gonna end up adding one more layer. But I do like the way it looks underneath the eyes. Now, is it bright? Absolutely. This color is bright. Oh, okay. You need to hurry up and work with it. Let me hurry up and blend this out, y'all. This is not a product I feel like, let me see. Okay. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't sticking and being stuck. So yeah, so I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer underneath the eyes. I may end up adding a little bit more of the darker shade on the sides just to kind of, you know, darken it up so it's not so bam. Let's blend out the face and see where we're going with this. I do think the color though, the colors that I chose as far as like on my skin is bomb. I do like the coverage of this. Now, if I was looking for something that is really quick, but still I would use my brush. I would not use the tip. I do think it was a great idea. I just feel like it's just entirely too hard for my preference. But I do think it's something that you could work with, but I just feel like it just needs to be a little softer. I am a person that presses my foundation in. I feel like it would cause you to kind of swipe because of it being so hard. Like, that's the only way I can explain it. Like, it's soft like this, but it's like, it's hard. I like the coverage though. It looks good. Like, it looks really good. So I'm just gonna go apply one more layer. I'm also actually going to take just a little bit of this. We're gonna put this. Oops, I used too much. Just gonna put a dot right there just to kind of tone it out a little bit. And then everywhere I placed my foundation, I'm just gonna go back in. Using this concealer as a foundation. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and blend out the lighter shade because I feel like that is the areas that I just wanna make sure it's good. Yeah, I like that more. It looks really, really good. I feel like me adding my concealer, the darker shade, kind of darkened that concealer up more than what I wanted. It looks good. It's giving coverage. It's definitely giving more of a full coverage look than what I expected. I'm gonna go in and blend it out with my beauty blender. Honestly, this reminds me of Tarte. It reminds me of the full coverage concealer from Tarte. Like, if I had to compare it, like, this is giving me Tarte. I love the packaging though. I love the color. Like, it's a total of 24 shades. I do think that they can stand to go a little bit darker for my deeper tones. A lot of companies, they kind of tiptoe around it, but I just feel like they could like add more deeper shades. I do like the coverage, you know, so far. It does have vitamin E in it. It is supposed to last for a long time. You get 24 hours worth of wear out of it. And it's supposed to stay all day. It is supposed to cover like dark circles. I do think these pair really, really nicely on the skin. Let's go in with our blush. The shade that I'm using is Unhinged. This is the Hydra Blush Glow Hydrator. We're gonna blend this out and see how it looks on the skin. I think this is a really, really pretty blush. I love the way it blends in. Now, I will say it is hydrating. I can see like the sheen, the shine off of my face right away. I think this is really beautiful for someone who is a dry person. Especially like you could just leave it as is. Like it looks glowy, like it's looking hydrating, it's gleaming. But you also see the pigment. So this is very pigmented, more pigmented than what I thought. But even when I put it on my hand, when I tried it out, I feel like it looked good. I think I put a lot of blush on, but we're gonna blend it out and put our powder and set it. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal anyway. I actually like this color. If you notice you put too much blush, you can always take your beauty blender and just blend that into the skin. And that is how it looks. I think that looks really, really good. So yeah, so I really like the way this looks. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. It looks good. I'm just gonna add a little bit of bronzer. Let's talk about the coverage. I think the coverage is really, really good. Like it is really nice. They did a really great job with providing us with something that is a buildable product. First of all, it's not a lightweight, girl. If I have makeup on, I want you to be able to see that I have makeup on. You know, like still it's not gonna be cakey, but I still want you to see that I have a full face on, whether it's soft glam, full glam, whatever it is. I can't stop looking at my face because it just looks really, really smooth. The coverage is really, really nice. I cannot wait to see how it's set. All right, you guys, so I am back with the finished look, you guys. Y'all, let me tell you something. This is giving skin. Like, yeah. Like, I love the coverage. Y'all can't stop looking at myself because on camera it's just giving and the mirror is giving. I took some few pictures and without editing and stuff like that, it looks really, really good. It's almost giving like that smooth filter like effect. Which I love. Like, going to smooth my pores out even more, okay? Like, smooth them out. Urban Decay, y'all wasn't playing. Like, y'all wasn't playing when y'all came to do this. Y'all wasn't playing no games. I was a little scared. I was just like, okay. Especially with the color. I wanted more of a warmer undertone because I feel like even though the cooler months are approaching us, I feel like as far as like photos and how I like to present myself, I prefer more of a warmer tone. The shade that I chose is perfect. So far, so good. The Quickie Concealers, that you can get them at Urban Decay. You're able to get it on Sephora. It does retail for $33. I like this product so far. I'm gonna give it some wear just to kind of see how it looks on the skin after, you know, it's sitting for a few hours. But so far, I love it. It looks really, really good. It's still giving me like this is to me my full coverage. I call it like a full coverage glam still, but still soft glam. Like I look made up. I'm going to go throughout my day. I will try my best to pick the camera back up to show you guys what this looks like. But yeah, definitely check them out. Now this is a concealer, but you could definitely wear it as a foundation. I like this. I really wish this was a pump. But as far as like the coverage, I think it's bomb. I think the color shade, the color range, they could do a little bit better, especially for our deeper skinned individuals. I definitely feel like they could have added at least 3 to 4 more shades. I do want to try out another blush from them because I think it's really, really nice. This is their 24-hour plumping cheek tint. I do think as far as on my skin tone, I like to consider myself a deeper complected woman, a deeper complected person. I typically range for an NC50 and MAC. So I like to try out colors on me just to see if they are going to show up. I do think this was a soft color, so if you choose to add more and build it, you could. So this blush is a berry mauve. I definitely think this is a nice color for the fall. This retails for $22. They do have a total of 6 shades to choose from. I'm looking at eyeing one more of these colors. I actually want to see in total if they would all look good on a deeper complexion. I cannot wait to try more of these out from them. But like I said, you do get a nice amount of blush. This is a 15 millimeter, so 0.5 fluid ounces. Travel friendly if you are looking for that. So if you are a person that is oily, like really, really oily, I wouldn't recommend such a hydrating product unless you know how to control, you know, the oils on your skin, you know, throughout the day or whatnot. Oh, that looks really, really good. Find something that is long wearing to find something that is matte and buildable, I think is really nice. Now, with that being said, I will say I noticed, because I do have like a little bit of fine lines underneath the eyes, I did notice that it was getting not necessarily cakey, but I can see like the fine lines. And I feel like when you're working with a matte product and you do have lines or anything like that, it is gonna settle. So I did end up adding a little bit of moisture. So I did end up adding a little bit of moisture underneath the eyes, and I felt like it fixed it. I took my damp beauty blender and just patted that in because sometimes, especially for me, if I have like a really like matte eye, if I have like a really matte concealer underneath the eyes, it will be too much, I've noticed lately. So a lot of times I'll have to kind of work it, and you know, whether that's taking the damn beauty blender, whether that's kind of spraying my face to kind of moisturize it, whatever, you know, whatever, I always have to kind of figure out a way to rock it. Because I used to be that girl that was just like, give me all matte underneath the eyes. I'm no longer that girl. I'm not. Yeah. Urban Decay. Yeah, call me. Call me. Because this right here, yeah, we need to talk about this. They definitely did their big one with this. I really like how this looks on the skin. It's giving coverage, but it's not giving cakey, which I really, really like. So this product is buildable. It did what needed to be done. I can't stop staring at myself. The skin is giving. It's really good in photos. I did a flash test just to see if it was going to give that white cast underneath the eyes. Y'all let me know what you guys think. Are we feeling it? I don't know, y'all. It just looks good. I'm gonna stop talking. I would love it if you guys subscribe. Go ahead and become a part of the MCD tribe. Join the family. It's completely free, you guys. When you do, tap that bell all to turn on your post notifications. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will check you guys in my next video. Later. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly come and show you guys my face. It is currently 9:16 and this is what the skin is giving. Now, I don't have like my bright lights on or anything like that, but you can see the skin looks really, really good. I'm in my bathroom getting ready to take my makeup off, but Yes, that's how it's looking. So 9:15, not bad. I feel like I need to put a light on. Hold on. Okay, so there we go. I went ahead and turned on a light just so that way you guys can see. But it is 9:15. I just wanted to come and check in with you guys so that way you guys can see my face. Been outside. It's actually cool outside right now. But almost 9:20 at night. I put this makeup on maybe around like 3 something. So about 6 hours. But I still think it's really good. It looks really pretty. I almost wish I was going somewhere to actually do something. But it is what it is. But yes, this is what it's giving. I just wanted to come and give you guys an update.